Hello crafty friends, welcome to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Jour, On My Mind Journaling and More. And today I'm going to be working in my June signature. I've already stuffed some things in here. I have not made my date tiles yet. So I think towards the end of this video I'll probably transition to working on that, because I really enjoyed last month having the dates in completely. It seemed to help a lot. But I'm just getting back from a trip, and this was a terrible trip. It was supposed to be a quick trip. Nothing quick about me going to Chicago from Eastern North Carolina. I always have to take I have to take a second flight to get there. Getting to Chicago was fine, but apparently when I was coming back there was some weather in North Carolina that delayed everything. In fact, I printed. This is what ended up happening. It was so stressful, and I don't know. I started taking screenshots of all the times they had to rebook me to try to get me home. And so I ended up on like a red eye. I was so tired. I finally stayed in Nashville, Tennessee, in a hotel connected to the airport. I think I got maybe 2 hours of sleep and a shower, and then finally made it home. I think when we got home, because I even had to get my husband to come pick me up, because I flew out of one airport, so my car was there, and then the only way I could get home at a decent time was to go into another airport. So my husband picked me up there. Then we had to go to the other airport. So I finally made it home the next day about 3:30 in the afternoon. That is the worst travel day I think I've ever had. And I've had, flights delayed. I've been stuck one other time overnight in an airport. And yeah, so this I think was the worst. So I'm a little tired today. So haven't really glued anything down in my June journal. I thought I was off to a good start, but prior to starting to record, I printed some pictures. I think I'm going to add, I have additional pictures here that I want to add, and we'll just, I guess, have a chat for a little bit. I did post while I was, like I said, I had plenty of time on my hands. I did pick up a travel brochure, and I don't have the whole brochure, but I just pulled some things out as I was going. This I want to use because it goes with this picture. Before I left, I ran over my granddaughter's bike. She left it behind my car, and I didn't look. So while I was gone, my husband bought her a new bike. So anyway, these are just a couple of things I clipped out of that magazine. I may use this airplane. I don't know. I'm going to set that aside because I know I want to use this and this. Now the day, well, you know what, might be better to put my little Post-its in here first. So let's see. This is 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 9th, 10th. Yep, this is the day. Brielle new bike. I'm going to clip these in here because I don't feel like I'm going to be gluing anything down today. Okay. 9/10. This was actually the 11th. I was in Chicago, and it was my actual birthday. My coworkers, we went out to lunch, and just like a deli type place, and they do breakfast all day, and so they got me a birthday waffle. That was cute. Actually, my one rep who lives in Chicago, he brought the candle from home. I don't know if I should stick that in my journal. I just thought it was cute. I'm going to stick that right over there. That's the 11th. Excuse me, 12. Worst travel day ever. Yeah. 13. 14, and today is the 15th. Okay. Well, let's see if I can slide some of these pictures in. This, I know, is the 4th. There were a couple more pictures that came in, pictures I did not take, that other people sent me that I wanted to try to include. 6/5. I have to look because I didn't write the days of the week, and I don't have the date tiles. 6/5 is a Thursday. And so here is the Friday. And that would be this right here. I also have a shopping picture I have to go back and put in here. But I think I'm pretty much caught up on printing pictures. I just have to find the day we went shopping. Was shopping in May? You know, it might have been. I think this goes in May. Okay. And the 15th. This, I do have a picture from today. It's right here. Actually, it's yesterday. We celebrated yesterday. And we celebrated my birthday early. The garden picture goes in here. Starting to get some tomatoes. That goes right in here. And so the 9th, was that a Sunday? No, this was a Monday. This was the Sunday. And then this is my birthday. I think that's all the pictures. Now let me stuff in these receipts to help. I don't keep them, but it does help remember what went on that day. I always have trouble finding the dates on these receipts. What in the world? Okay, the 9th. My goodness, 7, 8, 9. Here's another receipt. 9th. Oh yeah, I had to pick up some things for my trip because I left this day. What's this? I don't know what date to put that on. Here is the journal prompts. Here are the journal prompts for the June. I should probably put that on some cardstock. We planted some beans here. Oh my goodness, I have so many receipts that I have to stick in here. My granddaughter created I think it might go in there, be fine. I'm not going to put all these receipts, look at them all. I just keep throwing them on my desk. So I'm going to stop about there. I did print this kind of stuff. I know wonder how I want to do this. So this would have been on the 12th. Oh, I have this pocket that I could use. Just wondering, do I want to try my hand at another waterfall type thing to show the progression? So I'd have to put these in order of how they've occurred. I'll have to think about that. I finished one book. I set a goal in January to read 5 books. I'm not a reader. I'm a very slow reader. So on the trip, because I had so much time on my hand, I actually finished my first book. So, and I bought a second one. So, I've got a long way to go to get to my 5-book goal. But I actually finished it here. I know that'll go there. I wonder too, I want to cut out this airplane. I think I do. I think I have stickers of airplanes, but this one's a little bigger. Might as well just use it. And so the first delay, they had to reboot the system. And then the time it took to reboot and get everything working properly, that's when the weather kind of started in North Carolina. And so they ended up completely canceling our flight. And then it was a nightmare because people are tired. I had a later flight to begin with. People are tired, and their customer service, honestly, was completely lacking. And so then people get hostile. And then that makes me nervous. So it was not a fun day in the Chicago O'Hare Airport. So I was very glad to leave there. I think I left there finally. Let's see, I went to Tennessee. Yeah, 10 o'clock at night finally, and I got to Tennessee at midnight. So yeah, it was not a fun travel day. So let's see, I'm going to have a date tile. I don't know that I have many pictures. Do I want that on the 12th or the 13th because it was an overnight flight? I don't have a date tile here. I think I might put it here because that's when I finally got home. And I'm going to just glue it down so it doesn't get all bent. Seems like I haven't been in my craft room in forever. And yesterday I just was so tired. I didn't really do much of anything. I did take my granddaughter to the pool, so that was fun. Oh wait, to leave room for a date tile. Wonder if I should leave that up in case I have to tuck a date tile in there. Yeah. I got in the pool and just seemed to wear me out. And then, you know, everything wound down. My daughter came over yesterday and helped me cook dinner. My stove, my oven is finally here. She helped my husband get that all straightened out. And so I didn't have to do any of that, so that was very nice. But then I think I got overtired and I couldn't sleep at all. This is cute. I found this. I think it was on the floor in a store somewhere, but it's a fishing swivel, and I thought that would be cute to put on a page with my husband because he loves to do so much kayak fishing. But for right now, I'm going to put it in there so it doesn't get lost. I bought some stickers. Of course, me and stickers. Cloudy. Oh, and then summer. So I think the first day of summer, when is the first day of summer? The 20th. I think I'll use that there. Plan on using it anyway. Oh, I still have them. I got it. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then yesterday we had some mocktails. I didn't feel like I needed any alcohol. It would just set me in a bad place because I was so tired. I might use this. This is something I clipped out of that travel magazine. I might say something like, finally out of here. I don't know. It was the worst day. But I survived. I don't know if I'm going to put that in there or not. Oh, maybe I could use this. It was a weather delay. Okay. I should just drag this whole stack over. Drop something. I can't reach it, but it was a valet tag. That is something. So normally when this was supposed to be a short trip, And usually when they say, oh, we can check your carry-on for free, for some reason normally I do that. This trip I didn't, and I was so glad I didn't. I did have to valet, but thank goodness I had my luggage with me, because I've been there too before where you have checked your bag, my flight got canceled, and now I'm begging the hotel for I think I have this on the wrong day, the 10th, the 11th. Yeah, no, that's right. These were the restaurant we went to. I may use one of these. I grabbed them. This is the coffee. I don't know that I'll use it, but I liked the pattern of the paper. I think I cut this out for the words. At the airport. I didn't think I would ever leave the airport. Never spent so much time at that airport before. I'll get the words. In Chicago. I'm not cutting very straight. I think it's because I'm tired. And probably put this here in Chicago. Okay. This is a big in Chicago. I'm going to save this because I go back to Chicago in August. So I'll just save that for another time. That's kind of the skyline. And I wasn't downtown, so I'm going to save that for another time. Oh, I liked the sun. I wonder if I might just use it as a little bit of a background. Let's see. We went, this was Saturday. I took my granddaughter to the pool. Yeah, I might use it in here somehow. Okay. Here's another Chicago summer. I just liked the color combination, but I think I'll save that one too. Here's some of my boarding passes. The other ones, it all had to be digital because it was happening so fast. Now, when I finally did get to Charlotte, I met Parker, who is a therapy dog, and what a great idea, because by the time I got and I still had one more flight, I was just completely stressed out. And so that's something that the Charlotte airport does. They have music sometimes, or piano playing, just because you're in a high stress situation anyway. And let's see, I might put Parker right here. It's just a great idea. Oh, here's another boarding pass. More receipts. This is when we went to my customer. Put that here. Another receipt. Just trying to determine if I want any of this. It's a sticker. I may just keep it. ORD. This was a travel day. I might just put it there. I don't think I need any more of that. Still have all these travel passes. Oh, and then they shut down the customer service desk in the airport after they canceled our flight, and they literally blocked us from getting to the desk and passed out these cards, and that's when people started getting even more hostile. I might save that too, just as a little tip-in, or just shoved in this pocket, because it was horrible. They wouldn't help us. And so when I called this number, because they said, oh, you have to call this number to get any help. We can't help you here. The people that I talked to there is like, no, we can't do this. You have to, they have to help you at the airport. And I was like, oh my goodness. I don't know if I'll keep this or not, but I am a Hilton Honors member. And isn't that ridiculous for a bottle of water? So it's free to join Hilton Honors, worth it, just for the water benefit. Yeah, and came in handy right here because I was so tired. I didn't have, everything was closed in the airport. So having that water, I would have paid the $3 anyway. It's another sticker, but I don't need that. This is my travel itinerary. I usually toss it. I'm going to toss it. But I don't know if I can find it. Here it is. I think I'm going to try to cut them out. The little airplanes that are on here. This may be too big. This is the smallest circle punch I have, I think. Yeah. If I save them, let's see. How big will it be? Got it stuck. I don't know if I'll save that or not, but thought I had a few of them. Well, let me see if I can get this one to cut out. Let's see. Yeah, the circle's going to be too big. So I'm just going to cut out the square. If I use them, I'll use them. There's a little hotel, or a little hotel bed anyway. I might use those just like to show the progression. Now I can get rid of this. Okay. I'm going to skip over these receipts. Where was this? This was a road trip here. And I thought I could use this. Just take all this off. But I think it's going to be too big. This is the day I went to see my daughter and then drove all the way back to watch my other daughter in a concert. It was just a very long travel day. So let's see how I can work this out, if I can work this out. Just like the image. And if this was a little bit bigger, remember this journal is Reader's Digest size. So some of these larger images just don't really work out. So let's see. Cut it off. It'll be something like that. I think I'm going to save it. Or, how many pictures do I have? 1, 2. I have this smaller one, which is kind of the same thing. I'm going to think on it, because I don't feel very creative today because I'm tired. I'm just going to hang on to it. All right. Got that. Now this, my granddaughter has been bugging me to do her hair. So we did this day. I thought I could make this into a tag. It's white on the inside. So let's see where I can get a tag from. I can either do it, I think I want to do this right here and make a small tag. She was so excited to see this because I had been telling her, no, you're not old enough, you gotta wait. And then I was like, well, you know what? It's only hair. It's only hair. It'll grow out by the time she goes back to school. If she doesn't like it, we can figure something else out. So that's what we did. And there's nothing really interesting there. But I thought if I couldn't use this one right here, I may be able to do it. Make it a littler tag. I'm going to save those two pieces and get rid of this. Or maybe even have two tags. I don't know. But there. At least I'm cleaning off my desk. So I think that's, oh, I've got one more thing. This, I usually, when I go to the O'Hare airport, I always stop and get this Nuts on Clark. It's popcorn. And people ship this from all over the place. So I did buy the popcorn just before I figured out that my flight was going to be canceled. So again, I thought this is the box it came in. I gave it to my granddaughter. I think it's already gone. The Nuts on Clark part is probably too big. I'm going to cut it out. just kind of get a feel for it. Oh yeah, this is way too big. Way too big. Let's see. Can I make it into a tip in, tip out? Maybe. Maybe, maybe. Wow, I'm cutting so crooked. Just slow down. So even with that, I think the tip out is going to be too wide. Unless I did it like this and only used the nuts on Clark. Let's see. Let's see. I have so much stuff that I buy for this journal, and then I end up using just stuff I pick up. I wonder why I buy stuff. I'm just kidding. Like stickers, because I like them. So I could do it like this, maybe. Doesn't really say nuts on Clark. I could use this piece maybe and just do a tab out of it. So these are the pieces I'm saving. A tab might be cute, like that, or, a minute. Okay. Now I think that's all I'm going to get out of the box. I did like this for no particular reason. This little leaf. I don't know where I would put it or why, but I think I'm going to save it just for future use. Ooh, I'll have to trim it up when I do use it because I'm not being very careful doing this fussy cutting. All right. Check the time. Okay. Well, that doesn't go there. It goes here. And we'll see what I actually use of that. Okay. Trying to clean up a little bit as I go. I've got a tiny little trash can on my desk that's completely overflowing. Oh, I bought myself a swimsuit. And I saved these. When did we go to the pool? Right here. Okay. Okay. Oh, one more thing. This was one of the decorations for when my granddaughter had her moving up ceremony. And I think I wanted this. Just getting started. for her because, I mean, she's moving into 6th grade, so it's not really a graduation. She's really just getting started. So that was here. And wonder, I could probably cut all of these out. I'm done. She got a couple of awards, so that is appropriate. I wonder, I don't think I could. She made the grade. Yep, she's going to 6th grade. She's been so excited to go on to 6th grade. I'll fussy cut this out better later. Made the grade. Okay. And I have that on my desk, but I thought I saw, yep, here we go. Aqua Leisure. This is, we bought a new pool float. When did we go to the pool? Wasn't there because I wasn't there. We went to the pool here. Okay. I forget what day. All right. This is the journal prompts for June. Your favorite food, sunshine and flowers, wood / packaging, seasonal, or knitted sweater. And I do want to put this on cardstock or something. And I also want to make a little pocket. A little one, because I like the tree house in here. I don't know, I might use this book, or this box. Let's see. Why not? It's going to be too big. But I could probably cut some of the words off. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. Or I've got some papers left over. I don't really want paper. I pulled out these 2 colors for June. I think I'm just going to do the cardstock. But then I need some sort of pocket. And it can't be very big. That may be my pocket. All right. So I'm going to glue this on. And can't make it, if I'm going to use this, I can. Oh, I should be getting out my paper trimmer instead of using these scissors. Maybe it'll work out. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it long at the bottom to be able to write some things on. Probably want to write about the treehouse. I'm just doing it. Let's make the pocket. Oh, so this is, I don't know if you recognized it. It was the room coffee, which is not very appealing, at the hotel I had to stay at overnight in Tennessee. But I liked the pattern on the sleeve, so I peeled it off, just the sleeve, and brought it with me. I didn't even drink the coffee because I thought, well, I'll be able to sleep on the plane, catch up, get a little nap. I did not. I was not able to do that. This is why I'm amazed. I couldn't fall asleep last night. I thought I would come home when I finally did get home and take a nap. I didn't. I think I just was overtired. So, there. How about that? That's cute. And all right, so I think my next step in this journal is going to be the date tiles. And I'll probably start a little bit. I'm not going to talk through it. If I keep it on this recording, I will roll through it pretty quickly. I'll speed up the video, or I'll just post it as a short later. So, okay, I'm almost caught up in here, almost ready to start gluing some things down. I've got the journal prompts. I have 0 ideas for any of those at this moment in time. I decided to keep the knitted sweater even though it's June, and figure out something for it. But yeah, so it will all come together. Usually once I get this part done on the cover, it goes together pretty quickly. So, okay, I'm going to sign off on this video for now, and I will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day.